Right, we're on. You've seen my last video. I felt as though nothing moved in that golf swing. That was my practice session at the right hand side or left hand side of the 15th fairway at Peebles Golf Club. I'll leave a link to that video at the end of this video. Let's take it on the golf course. My new golf swing on the golf course. It literally feels like nothing moves. Now, feeling real, very different as we know. But my head does not move. So straight. So easy to square that face. Quickly before we start, please click the like button. 1,000 likes required for this video to be successful. Just click it. Thanks. So this par 5 I'm going for in 2. Feels I've got a chance. So, being able to square the face pretty much every time consistently there. Flat left wrist, hand slightly supinated. There. Angle between trail arm, hello, and club shaft maintained through impact. No throw away. I mean, so stable and so easy to repeat. Bryson, so this is EUREKA Golf Swing. I stand, yes, my feet are open, shoulders square to intended target line or parallel to target line or ball to target line. So it's EUREKA Golf Swing, but I've taken areas of the game out. So I've taken out the wrist hinge. So this angle between club shaft and arms, that's been taken out at address. So power accumulator number 3 has been almost removed. There, and then from there on the way back, there's more turn. And I feel as though there's less wrist hinge at the top. There's less chance of cupping at the top. It's just better. There's people on the tee behind me now, so I'll explain as we go. Let me get up there. So there. There. Left pec is underneath left tricep. There. There. Good. Left edge of the green. So I've just dropped a ball further up this fairway, away from the people behind. I've got 6 iron now, so yeah, less moving parts. So Bryson DeChambeau takes out he's got one length, one lie angle, one swing plane. So he's taken lots of elements out of his game, so he's got less to practice, so the practice he does will be more productive. So I'm thinking for my EUREKA Golf Swing, it's very close to one plane. Handle's more upright, so I'm more here. And trying to maintain that. My left pec is under my left tricep and my right hand is more pronounced, if you like, there. And then from there, all I'm thinking about is my right hip turns away and my arms and wrists do nothing. Nothing. My head does not move. My head does not move back off the golf ball. That's class. Well, that's close. That's about 10 feet, no joke. Let's zoom in here. I don't know how close that is, but that's a good solid 6 iron to there. So just a touch left of the green with my 2 hybrid, which is fine. That 6 iron was good, eh? So the best way to practice this, I'm not showing you great here because we're into the sun. Hold on. So I've moved to the other side of the green. The best way to practice this is short game. So think about what's happening there. I'm no longer here. The angle between arm and shaft's gone. I've lifted this up. Much more pronounced. Great. Therefore the angle of the shaft's more upright, so it's easier to go straight back and straight through, like a putter. The angle I've created at my address position with trail forearm and club shaft, there is maintained all the way through and past impact because I'm using body only. There's nothing happening, especially with this wrist, there's nothing happening apart from body turn, pivot, and my head does not move. My head does not move. So this is the best way to practice this. I'm not bothered about the outcome of these shots. I'm just practicing mini impact of the new swing. So cool. So cool. And in my finish there, I can see the angle between club shaft and forearm. And I rewind that and take it back into the swing. I don't want my head to move. I don't want this to happen at the top. Too much wrist cock and too much cupping of the left wrist. That's what I'm eliminating. And it's the address position that allows me to get there. That address position lets me feel more restricted. Yep, so the body has to work more. So the hands and wrists are quiet, but the body becomes more active. That right hip starts the backswing. So that right hip starts the backswing. Set myself, my head does not move. My wrists feel as though they do not move. The only thing I feel is I've set myself, I turn back to square and continue turning. I feel like Bryson. It feels like a little bit of a faster action, but I feel less moving parts, especially in the wrist and hand area. There, flatter left wrist, right hip, right shoulder's taking it back. I mean, that's just, I've never hit a driver as straight as that. Never hit a driver as straight as that. We need to summarise this somehow. We need to put this together in a package. It's all EUREKA. Yeah, so EUREKA is a little bit lower handle, whereas this is higher handle with the turn, and the body then has to turn because there's no wrist or less wrist hinge to throw back, if you like. Same thing, 4-iron this time. Nothing's changed. So same swing like EUREKA, same swing with iron and driver. There. Oh, I'm trying to express what I feel. So I feel as though my hands are high, my handle's high, my head's stationary, my weight's slightly left. As I take the club back, I maintain that feeling. That's what it is. I maintain that feeling as the club comes back. I don't allow this to happen. There. Yeah, so I feel as though the club's lower here. It's not set. I don't set the club. I feel as though I don't set the club. Feeling real is very different, but I feel as though I don't set the club. So I'm there, handles high. This left tricep, as I talked about in the last video, covers the left bicep. Don't know how that would work for women. There. And the wrists feel super quiet at the top. That's just a bullet. Absolute bullet of a shot. Now of course this is not going to happen every time, but there's more chance of it happening more often because of less moving parts. Does it feel restricted? Of course it feels restricted. Does it feel wooden? Yes, it feels wooden. Do I feel like I have more control? Yes, I do. Because of the two wooden feelings, if you like, there's less moving parts, so therefore the body has to work. The body has to work now there because I've taken this power accumulator out, this power source. I feel as though I've taken out. Of course I know I've not taken out, I just feel as though it is less than it was before. So now the body has to take up the slack. So if I control the golf swing through the centre of rotation being the body and keep everything else quiet, then I'm going to be much squarer through impact. If I start doing this and try and bring it back down, of course I'm going to shear that golf ball. Now as I say, it's not going to happen every time, but you can be more confident because there's less moving parts and you're more wooden. That's right. Because there's less, I'm just getting that right in my head there, because there's less moving parts and you feel wooden, then you can commit to it more through body action. So instead of kind of stalling, you're here. And the only thing you can now, the only way I can get this golf ball propelled from the golf club is get that body to work. So you commit to it more. I mean, Bryson's the commitment guy, isn't he? There. So straight, so straight. It's just a laser, absolute laser straight. I'm going to put flight scope on that now. My target there was to the bush to the right of the bunker. So my left arm comes over my left pec and connects. So if I was to put my hand in there, I've got it in there and it stays there right through impact. That's the feel. It stays there right through impact. That's the connection. So I've created a connection. Bryson talked about that, didn't he? That connection. So I felt a connection there. I hold the connection for as long as I can. And the only way I can hold the connection and hit the shot is to use my body. Look at that. A touch of draw, if anything, just on the right hand side of the bunker, drawn over. Maybe it is going to happen every time. 4 iron. Okay, 4 iron. Same deal, same swing, same feeling, same EUREKA golf swing. Same EUREKA golf swing with this new element added in. Got to feel it first. Just straight. Just straight shot. I'll line up this time though. It's brilliant. Thing is though, I mean I went a little bit to the right, but it's straight right. There's no curvature because my face is so much squarer to my path. On that one there, I never quite got the body to work hard enough in order to square the path, but the face was square to the path because of the straight flight. Oh yes, look at that. Straight 4 iron. So I mean driver's better than 4 iron. That's a good thing for me. But feeling that, I mean, let's just quickly recap on that. Okay, I'm now, before I was here, I'm now here, and pec disappeared underneath tricep, there, which makes me feel like this. I feel like I can feel my right hand is playing a part now at address. It's not just sitting, it's playing a part, it's doing a thing. There. Then from there, maintaining that right hip, right shoulder, right hip, right shoulder, right hip, right shoulder turns. Therefore the left wrist is flatter at the top. It will still be slightly cupped, but to me it feels flatter, which is great because it's controlling the face better. Then body turns through, and then there, at impact, dynamically the handle of the golf club is going to lift up slightly. So if I start there, easier to return there, boom, and then continue through. Sometimes an abbreviated follow through, sometimes a full follow through. That is for another day. So I've just got to my ball here, and one thing I meant to mention before I wrapped up the video was when I put my left arm, tricep on top of pec, and I take my address position, look how the right shoulder's quiet. Look how from there you can see a lot of left forearm, a lot of lead forearm. So I'm going to attack much more from the inside. Whereas watch this, if I lower the handle to a more traditional, look how the right shoulder and right arm becomes more involved, more active, more above. So there's more of that going to happen. Whereas I think this is another part of the reason why I'm able to square the face with the path. The path is all from body rotation now. But there at address, because I've got this lead arm dominant, my right arm is more on plane, there I'm easier to just hit that ball square, just get that club face squarer to the path. I would love for you to go and try this, try EUREKA Golf Swing, implement this little Bryson DeChambeau move. It's come from the golfing machine, Homer Kelly's golf machine. Buy that book, just fry yourself. But it's a great feeling having a golf swing that's repeatable. That's the beauty of EUREKA Golf Swing. You can do exactly the same thing over and over and over again. On the screen right now is a link to the first video, my practice video, which is where this all stemmed from. And please hit subscribe. I will see you in my next video. Bye bye.